Alright, y'all. So what's good, man? Today we got my boy ITCHYGLOCK.
ITCHYGLOCK, man.
Here for the sit down, man. If y'all been wondering, I know y'all been seeing ITCHYGLOCK on YouTube for a little minute, making his music and shit. He got a nice little fan base that's loyal. Been sticking with him through the years.
Yes, sir.
So we finna give him a nice couple of questions so y'all can actually get to know him and see what really got him into doing what he's doing. He's doing a great job.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Just keep it going. And like I say, ain't no sense in making music and not dropping it. So drop that motherfucker.
Facts. Appreciate you for telling me that, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm always keeping the CNOTE with you now.
I fucks with that.
Alright, so coming into this interview, man, if you were to describe yourself, who is ITCHYGLOCK?
Who is ITCHYGLOCK? That is an amazing question. So ITCHYGLOCK is I wouldn't say persona that I put on, because ITCHYGLOCK is me, right? And it brought everything together. Once I came up with the name ITCHYGLOCK, well, I didn't come up with it, my dad came up with it, but the first few times he told me, I didn't like it. And as time went on, he said it in front of one of my homies, and my homies was like, yo, that's hard. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on the computer, look up if anybody else's name, ITCHYGLOCK, right? And nobody was, so I ended up going with that. This was back in 2016. I just, as soon as I dropped my first song named ITCHYGLOCK, it was like everything fell together, if that makes sense. So that's the backstory on the ITCHYGLOCK. But who is ITCHYGLOCK? ITCHYGLOCK is somebody that is using the negative energy in the world to push a positive. I'm using that negativity that's around in life and everything I've been through and everything that I see around me and all the depression and anxiety and people dying from drugs to push it towards a positive light and be transparent to the point of letting people feel not alone, because I have felt alone for a long time. And I know I'm not alone because everybody I see is depressed, sad, arguing, fighting their own demons. And once I figured that out, it really took a lot of stress off of me, because I'm not alone and everybody else is feeling this way. So when I'm calling them and they're not answering, I understand why. So I really want to be there and just help people realize they're not alone, bruh. And I want people to know that this is a community of love and to take that devilish energy, that satanic energy, and use it to our advantage to bring God into the picture. And I hope you guys can understand that, and don't think I'm crazy, but that's who I would say ITCHYGLOCK is. It's I do believe that I am a prophet. I don't know, a prophet from what God, whatever, but I'm here to change the world, because there's no way I'm not.
And I totally agree with you with everything you just said. It really sounds like you stand for something. You know exactly what you want to do with this music stuff and just your life, period. You know? Now, where is ITCHYGLOCK from?
I was born in Kissimmee Hospital, and I've lived in St. Cloud my entire life. I used to live over in the neighborhoods out south of town, but we got foreclosed on and lost everything. It was all because of the 2008 crash, and my dad he broke his neck, so he ended up becoming disabled, so he lost his job, and we lost everything and had to buy a smaller house. So we live more in a less nice part of town, but I'm blessed, bro, because after 4 or 5 years, 6 years of just nothing, my dad luckily caught a break, won a case, got some money, and we were living good here for about 3 or 4 years. And then in 2020, everything just hit back down again. So we're back to the bottom, about to lose everything again. I forgot what the question was, bro. My bad.
Oh, where's ITCHYGLOCK from?
Oh, so St. Cloud my entire life, but it's been hard here, bro, and it's changing every single day. So it's not the same place that I've been from forever.
Now, not to cut you off, I understand, but one thing about life is all about evolution, you know?
I agree.
Now, as far as music, I know that's what your main focus is. What are some other talents does ITCHYGLOCK do? What can we look forward to from ITCHYGLOCK?
I want to start, once I get some more money in my pocket, I want to start going out and helping people more. And maybe not even get it on video, just go out and do it to do it, because I get the part of people going out and spending money and giving people things on video, but it kind of comes off like you're doing it for the video, you know? Like, I want to do one or make a documentary about it and drop it as a movie if I do something like that, but not for social media. Like, I want to give back to the community. You know, I want to change people's lives, bro.
That's why, you know, and one thing about it, man, life is beautiful, man. You live to grow old, and once you grow old, you just, you know, you give wisdom to the younger generation.
But I don't feel like I'm gonna love to be old, bro.
You can't be thinking like that. I tell you all the time, but that's part of it. You know, everybody's fighting their own demons. I understand. You know, I fight demons myself. It's just a part of life. One thing about it, you got to get comfortable with that voice in your head, and you got to understand that voice in your head, and don't run from that voice in your head, because your body is made up of chakras, and that's energy. Sometimes you might get into a situation where your stomach might give you a little sign or something. That's your body speaking to you, like something's about to happen. You just got to read the sign and be attention of who you are outside of this physical world. Now, how did you get into music?
So it was in high school. I really fell in love. I've always loved music, but I really fell in love with music when I started smoking weed. It really opened my eyes to different types of music. And when I was in 10th grade, I decided I just wanted to make a song that me and all my buddies could rock out to at our little parties and stuff that we had at the house. You know, it wasn't like I wanted to be some big rapper. It was just I wanted to have a couple songs that me and the homies could have for the rest of our lives. Like, that's what it started out as. And for a whole year, all I did was come home from school and write for an hour. Every single day I would write for an hour. No matter what, I wouldn't get up until the hour was finished. So sometimes I'd write 4 bars in an hour. Sometimes I'd write a half a page. And over that year of my sophomore year, I kept showing my buddies, and my buddies kept going like, "Bro, I don't want to listen to you. Like, you've shown me all these songs, like da 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 da." And then I finally showed one to one of my buddies, and he was like, "Bruh, like, that was a good one." Like, and that feeling really, like, because bro, it was like 8 months that I was writing and showing them, and they didn't want to listen. And then that first one, they were like, "Yo, that's really good, actually." It really inspired me, like, holy crap, you know? So,
not to cut you off, and that's a story of success, you know? A lot of people is not going to like everything. Some people are going to like stuff. You just got to keep working.
And the best thing was that I didn't give up. Even when they told me, bro, I was like, I'm going to do this because I know I can do this. Like, I know I can. So once I had made a song for, like, the group and everything, I just realized how much I loved the process and the culture. And I started, this was back in 2014 when I made my first song, or 2015, something like that. Right before SoundCloud really blew up, I was on SoundCloud, right? And then I started hearing about these underground rappers from around here that were my age, like, starting to get something. So I'm like, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, if not better than them or at equal levels to them, I can do this. Mm-hmm. And acid had a really big part on that, because it was just, I wanted to, my goal was just to make music for me and my friends. But once I listened to music on acid, and my music on acid, I went, holy shit, you know, like, I've really got potential here. I've really got a talent. And this is 3 years into just writing and producing, and it just kept elevating and elevating and elevating. And what I really loved about it was a growth process. Music is a growth process. The same thing with YouTube and everything entertainment. It's a growth process. And me being able to listen to my first song all the way to my latest song in a row and just hear the journey and the process of when I was asked to the point where I'm killing it just is an amazing feeling. And I really like those songs that I was asked because you can hear that I was learning still and I was just doing it for fun and so that was kind of how I fell in love and really wanted to do this as a career.
It really is all the process, man. Consistency is key. You keep practicing, you keep working
on your craft.
You're going to get better.
Yes, sir.
Now, how long you been making music? You said from 2014, 2015 till now?
So I've been doing it 9 years. I think first song I dropped was in 2015, 2016, 2015. So I've been writing since 2014. So I don't know how long that is. It's 2023. But I've been doing music for about 9 to 10 years.
Gotcha. Now, who did ITCHYGLOCK grow up listening to?
Whew. So when I was real young, you mind passing? I apologize. Can you repeat the question for me, buddy?
Who did ITCHYGLOCK grow up listening to?
So, I grew up listening to, when I was really young, old school country. But the country like Johnny Cash and like King of the Road. So it was all old school country. I would just be in the backyard with my dad, just with a guitar, acting like I was playing, acting like Johnny Cash because I love Johnny Cash. And then I kind of stopped liking music for a long time until about 4th, 5th grade. I had heard Lil Wayne. And when I heard Lil Wayne, I think it was the first song I heard with Lil Wayne on it that I was like, bro, was down. Baby, are you down, 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 down,
yeah.
down? And he hit that like, down like the economy. And I was just like, yo, this is hard. Like, I had never really listened to rap to that point because my dad had never really liked rap. So I didn't ever really like rap. But when I heard Lil Wayne, like, I was like, bro. So then I fell in love with Lil Wayne, bro, and I would listen to every Lil Wayne song. Every fucking day I'd listen to Lil Wayne. And that was up until I got towards about 8th, 9th grade. And then I started listening to more, like, I would experiment out more to, like, rock and roll and Pink Floyd, the Beatles, and old school rock and roll. And I was just started listening to everything. But then through high school, I would listen. It started out with just basic music my freshman year. My sophomore year, I was listening to a lot of more Spinrilla. So it was, like, around the time when like Lil Uzi Vert was coming on the scene and everything like that, and the music era was different. So it was like when Future dropped the Monster tape, Beast Mode, and I was listening to that. And I fell off of Lil Wayne for a long time because he got caught up in all that stuff with the trial. I mean, not the trial, the shit where he was suing Birdman or whatever. But I just fell in love with all this underground music, like Joey Badass, Flatbush Zombies. I really fell in love with that New York style for a long time in high school. And then Kodak came out, and that's when I was like, holy crap, Kodak's only a year older than me, and he's taking the game over. He's from Florida. That's when I was like, bro, and then I went to Rolling Loud that year, and when I went to Rolling Loud and went to Miami my junior year, I went and was like, this is the culture. I want to do this the rest of my life. I just see myself traveling, going around the world, just hanging out, going on stage, blah, blah, blah. So that was 2016's Rolling Loud. 2017, that's when X started popping off. And X was only a year older than me too. And he's blowing up, and his music, at the time he was locked up, so I'm listening to all his underground shit. This is before people knew about him, and I'm like, bro, this dude's about to pop. And his music and his quality in his music, some of it's really good, but some of it's worse than mine, and people love this. So I'm going, I could do this at that point, you know what I mean? So I listened to a lot of everything. Once I graduated, I listened to a lot of old school Bob Marley, new school reggae music. I listened to everything. Tupac. I listened to all the legends. John Lennon. Every single day while I worked 70 hours a week, I would just have my earbuds in and study this music, study this music, study this music to the point I understand music. And that I listened to everything, but them are like some of the main ones that really inspired me.
All right, now getting into who you grew up listening to. As of right now, who are your top 5 dead or alive? It can be any genre. 5.
My favorite
it
5
have to be in
musical
order.
artist from any. Okay, and no, they don't have to be in order, right?
They don't have to be in order.
Okay. John Lennon would have to be on there. Bob Marley would have to be on there. X would have to be on there.
Come on, I know you can give me 2 more.
I can, but I'm just trying to think.
No pressure.
Fuck. I want to add Biggie and Tupac, but like, I can't. Like, I love them, but they're not on my top 5 artists of all time. Kanye would probably be on there.
Okay. Give me 1 more.
Damn, there's so many. I'm just trying to think if I'm... Johnny Cash, take Kanye off and put Lil Wayne.
All right. Now, as long as you've been making music now, do you feel like you have enough music to drop for a year straight?
I could drop a song a week for the next year and a half.
All right. Now, how often do you post? What's keeping you back from dropping?
Well, I had a shoulder injury and then another shoulder injury in just the last 3 years. I just knew that if I was to drop music and I did pop, I wouldn't have ever been able to do anything with it because I was so injured. Now I'm finally back to the point where I'm kind of getting healthier with my shoulders. I can maintain my body, and I found my love for this again. You know what I mean? So I've been dropping a lot more. I've dropped twice this month. I've got one coming out on New Year's. I've got another little tape, OD Volume 1. I know y'all listen to OD 0.5, but that's coming out February 9th. And I think I'm going to drop something on January 8th. I just don't know what yet. But I'm back in the game, bro. I've been dropping and dropping and dropping. It's just, I'm sitting on so much golden music, bro, that it's like, I don't know if I should get a lawyer and sit down with a lawyer and have him explain what I should do, because that's what I really want to do before I start dropping hard, like all my hard best music, because I'm sitting on millions of dollars of music, and I honestly believe that. And you can think I'm crazy, but I'm sitting on millions and millions of dollars, bro, that's been here 3 years, 4 years of music, and I'm sitting on millions of dollars, bro. I could write music for other artists. I'm that good. Like,
you just need to get your foot in that door. You almost there though. Like I told you, man. You just.
I feel it coming, bro.
Gotta,
I feel it coming.
It's all a process to feed your fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you feel about the music culture as of today? Like, for example, if you want me to get more in depth,
get more in depth.
Do you feel like, you know how they say there's mumble rappers, then there's lyrical rappers, and then there's actually just ignorant rappers, just kill, fuck a hole, Like, is it a balanced industry? Does it need a change? Do they need to change the frequency? How do you feel
I
about the
don't like to
industry?
down any music because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of balls to get in front of a microphone and spit anything. And music is music. Like, it's an expression of who you are, and it's an expression of what you stand for. So, I honestly don't. I have no problem with any of the music coming out. Like, a lot of people do with, like, Sexy Red and all these girls. But, like, bro, who cares? You know what I mean? That's what the culture is today. It's a lot of that stuff, and they're making money. So why you, like, you're mad because they're making money doing something that you wish you could do. You feel me? Like, you're just too scared to do it. So guys have been talking about killing people and shooting cops and fuck the police and fucking bitches and fuck these hoes. So why can't they do that? Why can't they talk about this? Why, like,
You know,
and
everybody got their own walks of
yeah,
life, so people relate to that's different. I
for
get
the
you.
people in the hood, the only thing that I like in these new generation drill rappers, especially from Florida and Chicago, is they just killed each other too much. Like, they take the rap disses and all that too seriously instead of using that as a way of promotion. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
if you two are dissing, it's actually a good thing for both of y'all. Like, I don't get why they can't see that. They're out here shooting and killing each other to the point only one of them lives to tell all of their stories. And that's a sad thing, but it tells a story about this is real. These kids are really living this life. So it's sad, but it proves that they're out here and this is really going on. We're almost in a third world country, bro. And it's scary because
Well said.
it's scary, but I respect it because it's music and they're telling their story. You feel me? They're telling what's going on in their hood. You know, so what I think is messed up about the industry that I wish could go back to with that 2016 to 2019 era of music was the labels have control again. And between that era of 2015 to 2019, you can even bring it back a little bit more. The labels had lost control with all the streaming. Like, they didn't know what to do. So the artist had the power to grow a fan base. Now with all these algorithms and the way they got things set up, they can shadow ban you and do all of this stuff. And it's very hard to pop off independent because they've got ways of stopping you from getting big numbers. And that's the scary part about the music industry that I think is fucked up right now. But the music itself, I have no problem with it.
All right. Now, what kind of music style or genre would you say your music falls under?
I do everything, bro. I sing, I rap, I do experimental music, I do beats.
So safe to say they cannot put you in a box. You are an artist.
I'm an artist that does every genre.
Yes.
I just like to bring it back to just expressing myself. So expressing myself music and vibey music and just everything, bro.
All right. And are you willing to venture out and work with other artists?
Of course. I love working with other artists. It's just I've got to like their music. Like, I've got to see the potential. And if they're just starting, I want them to be able to listen to me and not argue with me. If they are an experienced artist, I want them to be on their shit and know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want, if they know what they're doing, I want them to come in here and kill it. If they don't know what they're doing and they want to come in here, then I want them to be able to listen to me and teach them, because I like teaching people shit. And I like other people teaching me shit. But a lot of people don't like me to tell them what to do if they're just starting because they think that they can figure it out. But I'm trying to tell them how to figure it out. So it's all about the artist. And honestly, right now, I don't want to work with any artist that's not on the same wavelength as me or can't provide me with anything, because I know my worth. I know my potential, and I can't do anything for free for anybody anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Indeed.
you know, so unless you're family, like CNOTE here, like, we growing together. He's part of the family. He's OD. You feel me? And I'm a part of his shit. You feel me? So like, we coming up, and that's what I like. He'll be able to do stuff for me. I do shit for him, and that's what I like. We both bring something to the table, and that's why I would love to teach him more about music and get him more in depth with it. And I've been seeing it the times we've been talking. I mean, you know, rapping and doing music. He's gotten 100 times better since the first time we freestyled, first time we rapped, and
I appreciate that.
and it's facts, bro. Tonight you were killing that shit, and I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like, you're spitting like you've been spitting for 2 years, like, and I just love that, me and being able to help somebody, you know, get through that nervousness. And because there's a lot of nervousness and a lot,
yes.
and that's why I applaud everybody that gets up in front of a mic, gets on stage, anything, because it's a lot. It takes a lot of cojones to do that shit, bro. And I appreciate it, and I love it. Just being able to teach people what I've been taught, because I've been so blessed to be able to go to school for music production and know music theory and have my equipment and have everything. But when I let some people back in the day take advantage of me, now I can't let people take advantage of me, type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
now, to top it off with the last 3 questions, I'm gonna hit you with the first one. Do you think you have the energy to stand on stage and rock the stage?
Of fucking course. That is, I love performing. It's literally the closest I could feel to nirvana in heaven, is being on stage and performing. I feel like I can run the crowd, bro. Like, get the crowd into it and have them, like, a lot of artists, when I go to shows that are just shows for local artists or whatever, they don't have that energy to bring the crowd together and say, get the fuck up here. What are y'all doing standing in the back? Like, get into this. And I talk to the crowd. I bring them into it. I make eye contact. I get them hyped. I mean, there was a show that I was jumping on someone's back in the crowd and going mosh pitting on someone's back, bro. Like, and I just love the energy I bring on stage, bro. I'm probably one of the, I don't know, my bad. I just fucking love performing.
I feel you prepared for it. Now, second and last question. If a label offered you a significant amount to sign, would you sign?
Depends on the contract.
Gotcha.
What kind of contract you mean? Where they control everything, or would I have creative control?
I didn't get too in depth with that question, but let's just say it all depends. You want, when you get your lawyer,
I would
if
sign.
it works out with for the best of your career, yes, you would sign.
Yes,
If
as long as I can have total control over, and it was only album deals.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my whole career. They only owned. They would give me money to give them an album.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And I would need total control over it.
All right, now to top it off, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in a private jet with you, a wife next to me, some of my homies, and millions of dollars in my bank account, world touring, doing festivals, and just documenting our whole lives, bro.
Yes, sir. Just keep your eyes on the prize, man. Keep feeding your fans. Stay consistent. Consistency is key. Keep practicing, doing what you got to do. And remember, always follow your heart. As long as you do what you love, it's never work. But that'll top it off for today's interview. That was a little inside of ITCHYGLOCK. I know some of y'all been listening and paying attention for him for a couple of years now. Y'all stay tuned. He got a lot more coming. This new cycle, this new year, 2024. Stay first, January 1st. New single coming out by ITCHYGLOCK. Checking in, checking out.
Don't forget and listen to About It that dropped on the 22nd of December. Don't forget about the OD Volume 1, February 9th. And go follow me on everything. ITCHYGLOCK, no space. Go follow me. Love y'all.
That part. Peace.